I hosted my first ever Pokemon Go PvP tournament, but with a twist. You see, I'll be entering this tournament, but I don't get to choose my team. I'm going to be using ChatGPT, which will randomly give me a team, and I have to use this team for the whole tournament. We got some stack competition in this tournament, with one trainer actually being ranked 50 in the world at one point, so hopefully I get a pretty good team. Let's get into it. Okay, here we go on ChatGPT. We're gonna go ahead and ask it, give me a random Pokemon Go PvP team to use in a PvP tournament. Here we go. Let's see what ChatGPT gives me. Oh, it gave me 6 Pokemon. Okay, one sec. Here we go. Make the team only 3 Pokemon. First of all, we're getting Charizard, Venusaur, and Lapras as our team. Honestly, pretty balanced team. I actually don't mind that. Okay, let's get into the tournament, see what we can do. With my team set and round 1 bracket up, it was time for my first battle. My first battle was against Pokemania Hoodie. Now I decided to lead Shadow Charizard because these battles are blind and you have no idea what the opponent's team is. And they led into a Machamp, which was actually a pretty good lead for them. They throw one counter, they swap out into Lantern, and we're gonna respond with our Venusaur, which is a very, very strong counter. Honestly, this opponent is already getting pretty unlucky here because we can really just go ahead and farm up completely and not really be threatened by anything this Lantern is gonna throw. We get hit by 2 Surfs, and then I decide, hey, it's time to throw this Frenzy Plant and get rid of this Lantern. They decide to shield, which I don't know if I agree with that play, because we can go ahead and throw a second Frenzy Plant here and just simply take out the Lantern. We won Switch and Shield Advantage, and we're able to get to another Frenzy Plant versus their other Pokemon in the back, which is going to be a Shadow Nidoqueen. So they're running that double Shadow team. We can respond here with a Lapras, which is going to have a pretty strong play here. The thing about my Lapras, though, is it doesn't have the best IVs, so we're gonna kind of struggle. Nonetheless, they switch back into Machamp, and we can simply respond with the Charizard and then end up sweeping this game, taking out the rest of the Pokemon with Charizard. That is a GG's. Now, the tournament is best of 3, so we still have to win 1 more to get onto the next round. So we're gonna go ahead this time lead into Venusaur instead of Charizard, because I thought they would predict another Charizard lead. Luckily, we win the lead again, which is really amazing for us, and they're gonna go ahead and swap into Shadow Nidoqueen after farming up a bit, and we can respond with our Lapras. Now, actually, funny enough, this is actually not the best matchup for us, and they're actually gonna be able to win Switch Advantage here by simply just shielding twice. We're able to get the last second Surf, and they actually end up letting Switch go, which I don't know if I agree with that play. Now we can simply go ahead and line up our Venusaur back onto this Lantern, especially with only 1 shield. We can go ahead and get to the Frenzy Plant here and simply just KO the Lantern. Then we go ahead and pretty much in the back are able to take them out, and the opponent stops attacking here because it's pretty much GG's. There we go, we've won round 1, and we're now on to the second round. Had to wait a little bit because the other battles were still going down, but it was finally time for round 2 versus Rig 1131. Now going into round 2, I was a little bit scared. I knew my team was decent overall, but we didn't really have the best mons. They're better water and ice types than Lapras, they're better grass types than Venusaur, and overall Charizard's a little bit squishy. But I had to go with confidence, so we hopped into round 2. This time we decided to lead Venusaur because I thought it had decent play overall, and they're going to lead into an Obstagoon, which is actually our best matchup, or one of our best matchups for Obstagoon here on the team. They go ahead and stay in here, which is just perfect because we really want to see this Obstagoon on our Venusaur. We can go ahead and spam the Frenzy Plants. I have a feeling they might be weak to Venusaur in the back because they're staying in here, which is not a great matchup for them. They're able to get to another Night Slash, and then they swap into a Staraptor, which is an amazing catch here. But Staraptor takes so much damage from that Frenzy Plant, I did not expect it, and we're actually able to just farm it down with Lapras, so it wasn't too big a deal. Now they're coming in with Obstagoon, but we have a lot of energy. We're able to throw a Surf, grab a shield, and then come in with Charizard. I let the Night Slash go, does a lot more than I thought, and then I'm able to get to the Blast Burn. This is going to get rid of the Obstagoon, no problem, and the question is, what's going to be in the back? In the back is going to be another fighter, a Shadow Hitmonchan, and we're not able to get to the Blast Burn, so we're actually forced to show a Dragon Claw here. This Shadow Hitmonchan might be able to sweep us, and they go ahead and throw on CMP Tide, which is amazing for us. I decide to shield here because I know 1 extra wing attack is going to be worth the shield because they're not going to be able to get to another move, and we can farm down. That was a really close battle. I was happy we were able to win it, but we really only came away with that one in the last minute. Nonetheless, next battle, we're going to go ahead and lead Charizard into Staraptor. Staraptor, I've never really been experienced with it, but you can see the amount of gust damage this thing is doing. It's not even worth getting to the Blast Burns here because these Dragon Claws are going to do so much damage, and we're able to grab shields. I then go ahead and try to catch a move onto Lapras, and they're going to respond with the Obstagoon. Right now, they have pretty good switch alignment with me, and they're able to throw Night Slash and some good damage to my Lapras. I'm responding with a Surf here, try to get some chip damage. I know I'm going to be losing this matchup, and I think they're actually trying to go for the farm down. Now, unless they make a great play here last minute and throw, but we're going to actually decide to shield and throw this Surf to try to either win switch advantage or force a second shield. They're going to go ahead and let it through, and we're going to be able to farm down, which is amazing. Now we have switch advantage. They're coming with Hitmonchan, which means now we can go ahead and align our Venusaur onto this Hitmonchan, which is exactly what we want to do. I know that Staraptor is actually in range of a Frenzy Plant, which is kind of crazy to say, so this is not too bad for us. They're going to go ahead and throw a Power Punch to power up. Now we can throw a Frenzy Plant, which will easily KO this Hitmonchan if they don't have a shield, and there it goes. Finally, we're gonna go ahead and swap back into Charizard, go ahead and throw a Dragon Claw to try to grab that last shield. Then we kind of KO and we go back into the Venusaur to throw the Sludge Bomb, which we could have thrown Frenzy Plant. But that's going to be a GG's. Very close. That Gus could have farmed us down, but we took it. With that being said, we were now into the quarterfinals, moving on, and the competition was only going to get more steep from here. We're going with my kid app, which is a very skilled battler, and having already seen his record, we knew that he won every single round 2-0. Although we did that as well, doesn't mean it's going to be an easy battle. So we're leading here Charizard into a Sableye, and already seeing a Sableye, I know this is going to be a more meta team, which is going to be a lot harder to handle. Going to go ahead and farm up to the Blast Burn, and we're just going to go right for the Blast Burn here. I really want to get rid of the Sableye because it does very well against me, and they're going to go ahead and CMP tie here. I'm going to mash the shields here because I do not want my Charizard to go down yet, and I don't really have a great response to Sableye. So we're going to decide to go ahead and catch a Foul Play onto our Venusaur, which is going to be able to tank it decently comfortable. Then we're going to go ahead and throw our Frenzy Plant, and they're going to make a great catch in response onto a Registeel. A catch for a catch, I guess. We're going to go ahead and get to multiple Frenzy Plants here because we do want to try to get some chip damage here on this Registeel, because again, our team doesn't really do that well against Registeel. Overall, I think the issue I'm having with this team is against actual meta mons, we don't do that well. Now they're going to go ahead and throw a Focus Blast here right before I get to my move, and we're going to come back in with Charizard. I'm going to farm up, and then I'm going to go ahead and go for the Blast Burn here to try to go ahead and get rid of this one. Finally, I'm going to quickly switch out because I think Sableye is going to come back in, and we're going to go ahead and catch that move, which is a very well done play for us. Nonetheless, though, I don't think there's really much we can do because in the back, it's going to be a Galarian Stunfisk, which can handle us pretty well with those rock slides. Although we're going to be doing super effective damage with Surf, it really doesn't do that much damage, and we're going to need to get to 3 Surf since they do have a shield. Then there's a Sableye in the back. So we're going to go ahead and let the rock slide go. I knew they had back-to-back, so shielding it's not really worth it here. And there's really not much we can do. I'm going to try to farm up to the back-to-back Dragon Claws here, try to shield, but I know Sableye is probably going to be able to farm us down from this range, no matter what we do. So we're farming all the way up here to the Dragon Claw. Not even going to KO, but they're going to swap back in, and yeah, Sableye KO. Now, the issue here is now that this opponent knew my team, they knew pretty well how to answer it, and they knew they had good answers overall. So they're leading Sableye again because they know that has neutral play against pretty much my whole team, and yeah, it's not too big a problem. We're going to lead Venusaur, which is actually, I think, one of our best matchups into Sableye, so I'm pretty happy about this, and we're going to be able to throw a Frenzy Plant to grab a shield. Looks like this opponent really loves to shield right away on their Sableye. Going to go ahead and throw a Venusaur, and they make a great catch again onto the Registeel. I gotta stop letting this happen. Registeel is going to make another catch here, and we're going to go ahead and farm up here. And we're going to go ahead and throw right before they get to the Zap Cannon. This will go ahead and take out that, which is great. And now we have Switch Advantage and Shield Advantage. The problem here is this Sableye has a lot of energy and it just does so well against my team. I'm gonna go ahead and let the Foul Play through, which granted was probably a huge misplay here, and I should have shielded on the Charizard because it was kind of my win con here. We're gonna go ahead and throw here, but the Sableye's gonna be able to farm me down. Now I'm waiting on my switch clock here. I'm gonna come in with Lapras, but the problem is here, even with a Shield Advantage, I do not think Lapras can win. I try to go ahead and make a catch there, ended up throwing the game. I actually probably maybe could have won this game if I actually didn't go for that catch. I'm not 100% sure how it would have played out. I would have had to get to 3 Surfs plus another Surf. But from this point here, I'm going to go ahead and let this move through. I know that the Sableye has a Foul Play loaded, so I need to kind of keep that shield or else they just come in and snipe me. We're going to go ahead and throw the Surf here. But from this point, I am going to be forced to shield. And then now they're just going to come in with Sableye and throw the move for game. Overall, I think making that catch might have lost me the game. But with that being said, I was now officially out of the tournament. Okay, although we were knocked out of the tournament in the quarterfinals, we can still check out the semifinals and the finals and see who's going to end up taking this PvP tourney. So let's check out this battle, My Kid App versus Papa John semifinal round. So we're going to have a good lead here, swapping into the Umbreon and responding with the Registeel, which is going to be great. The Umbreon's going to hit them with a Foul Play, which is great. You want to throw before they get to the move here, and throwing 2, which is actually very well played. The Foul Play is going to go ahead and hit them twice, and now they're going to get to the Zap Cannon. Now, is the Umbreon going to shield here? I don't think it has to. No, it's not going to shield. Doesn't get the debuff, which is kind of bad. Going to go ahead and throw the Foul Play here to get hit. No problem. Going to tank that up. Getting to the second move here, they're probably going to shield. Yes, they're going to shield because they don't want to get one shot there, but Focus Blast, it does KO. And now the Umbreon's going to get to another move. I don't think this actually KOs. I'm not even kidding. Does it KO? Oh my god, Reggie just survives. Oh, and they snipe with the Noctowl, but now they've lost Switch, which means they can go ahead and line up the Reggie onto... I don't know if you actually had to snipe there. I think you actually could have been fine if you just used Umbreon. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is not the worst matchup for Noctowl. It's not the greatest, but it is down a shield, so this is not very good for Papa John here. We'll go ahead and throw the Rock Slide spam. No problem. Get the Noctowl low. It kind of sucks. Noctowl doesn't die to 2 Rock Slides. Maybe Shadow Stunfisk is going to be a lot stronger if it ever comes because it can KO into Rock Slides. Oh, look how low that Noctowl got that. It's crazy, man. In the back, Sableye going to come back into the Umbreon. Umbreon's going to throw some foul plays. Not a problem. You can get to the return here. You could bait here because you know they're weak in the back, right? Wait, what's in the back? Yeah, they're weak in the back. Okay, they're not taking the bait. They're just kind of hoping they're going to win with... this is kind of tough, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and spam foul plays. I think Sableye's going to be able to just clean up this game. The opponent's just not shielding because I think they know they kind of just lose. So my Kidap, which is the trainer who beat me, is up 1-0 in the set here in the semifinals. Okay, watching game 2. Same lead into the same lead here. Going to go ahead and throw a couple. This time he's deciding to stay in and going to try to catch a move on the Registeel. They're responding here with a Defense Deoxys, which is a good answer, but they're able to get the debuff there on the Zap Cannon, which is going to help out a bit. And I'm going to throw the Thunderbolt here. I don't think... Oh, actually, Registeel is holding its own here, man. Registeel is very, very strong. Throwing the Zap Cannon, which forces a shield or just gets Switch, which is great here. This is kind of... honestly, not the greatest though, because you know there's Umbreon, you know there's Noctowl. It's not a pick 6, so you're kind of stuck with the same 3 Pokemon you have. The problem here is you know they have Noctowl in the back. I guess that's why you save the Registeel, which is not bad here. Coming with Noctowl now, they're going to save the Umbreon to try to put it onto that Sableye, because you know they have a good matchup there. Try to get this Noctowl low. Just threaten a shield here, which is very well done. Probably grab a shield. Yes, Noctowl's going to shield. Probably get to a Shadow Ball. Are you going to shield respond? You might. Not bad. Yeah, I like that. Okay, gonna respond to shield. Gotta make sure you throw at the right timing here so they don't get to another Shadow Ball. Now you're probably gonna force a second shield. Nope, they're gonna let it through, and they're gonna hope to sweep with Umbreon, which is actually not bad here because Umbreon is pretty healthy. Gonna get the foul play. They're going to shield because they want to get to that Earthquake. Trying to catch. Fails the catch. Umbreon's gonna throw here. Could be a tight battle. Landing the return. Umbreon's throwing here. And you're getting to the foul play here, which will probably grab a shield because they're just so low. No, they're not going to shield. I think they knew it was over. That's going to be my Kidap going into the finals. Unfortunately, we do not have the other semifinals game, but we can watch the finals here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the finals here. It's going to be my Kidap versus Golf Professor, our very own professor here in the Pokédaxi Discord. I'm going to stay in this matchup, both of them, because it's pretty neutral both ways. I think it's a little favored on Stunfisk's side. Stunfisk side, maybe not. I'm not sure. Stunfisk gonna come here, maybe Earthquake right away. Yes, gonna follow up with that shield, very well shielded. Gonna throw at the perfect timing here before they get to the second Earthquake, I do believe. Gonna go ahead and force a shield here. Now they're gonna let this through. I don't know if Stunfisk survives an Earthquake from here. It does. Okay, Stunfisk, a little tanky here. Gonna respond here with their own Stunfisk. I don't know if I like this play because now they can get to an Earthquake and just take out so much health. I think you should have just went for the farm down there. Gonna go ahead and get a Lantern. Grab that second shield off Lantern here. Are you gonna shield? You know, you could have saved that shield for Registeel. Could have done some work because that Stunfisk is pretty low now. Gonna go ahead and land some big damage here, but Lantern is gonna be able to take you out. And then you're gonna get kind of minimal farm on this thing. Now the question is, what is in the back? Coming with a Registeel for the farm down. They're getting to another move. I think if you'd gone in Sableye there, you wouldn't have gotten. They wouldn't have got to the other move. There would have been 2 Shadow Claws. They're coming in here. You have to throw. Oh, you're going for the farm down, but now you're getting hit by this Earthquake, which does KO, I believe. Yes, it does. And then now it's just knocked out in the back. Yeah, if you had maybe done a catch there, it could have been a much different game, but that is the GG's. Very close one. Very close one. Let's go Golf into the next battle here. Is that the same? Yeah, it's the same lead. Both going with the same lead. Taylor does have decent neutral play over the whole team, so I don't mind this here. Going to this time try to make a catch into Lantern, but you're gonna hold that energy, which is very well done. And you're gonna stay in here because honestly, I don't mind staying in here. The problem is that Stunfisk has pretty good play against your team, especially if your Stunfisk loses shields, but you're able to grab a shield here, which means your Stunfisk is in a much better position. So you're gonna throw here. You do want to get some more chip damage. Are you gonna shield here? I don't think you do. Yes, you don't. You let that through and then you farm down here with your own Stunfisk to try to get energy lead. Now the problem here is going to be a baiting game. Are they going for it? They're baiting. Big bait there. Very well done by Golf Professor. Now he's probably going to go for it. Usually you bait and then you throw. That's what they're doing. Now, though, you can go ahead and throw your own Earthquake. The problem here is you can't really make a catch. A catch would be super nice. It's like it doesn't... Oh, Golf Professor, very well done there. Throwing on CMP. Do you survive that? No, you do not. Now this is just GG's at this point. Stunfisk is going to outpace to the second Earthquake. You could have made a catch there, I think maybe, and you win. Oh, very well done holding the energy there. Going to be able to get rid of the Stunfisk. This actually might be closer than I thought. I know it's a Noctowl in the back, but you're too low. You're too low on health here. Unfortunately, Noctow's going to be able to farm down. Even one Zap Cannon would not KO. That's going to be a 2-0 victory for Golf in the finals. Congratulations to Golf Professor for taking my PvP tournament, my first official one in the Discord. So yeah, like I said before, this tournament was run in the Discord, so be sure to join it below because I think I'm gonna try to make this a once a month, once maybe every 2 months things in which we do a tournament. We'll probably change up the format, maybe do show 6, pick 3 format, or different formats that are less reliant on a rock, paper, scissors. But nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below if you wanna see me run more tournaments and use more wacky teams in my own tournaments. Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Follow for tips. Peace.